And we're live. Let me just make sure it's showing up on Facebook.
Okay.
So, hey everyone, as you're joining, please go ahead and comment. Let me know that you can hear us. I see some people are on, so go ahead, throw me some love, hands up, something. Just let me know that you can hear us.
I can't see what you can see, Karen.
Hey Samantha, can you see the comments, Shonda? They're on the screen.
Oh yeah. Hi, Samantha. Hey, Sam.
All right, so hey everyone. I know they looking like, wait a minute, we ain't see neither one of them sisters in a minute. So it is Women's History Month, and I am back. Took a little break last month, but it is time for the layover to start back. So this is our podcast, The Layover. And today I have none other than Mrs. Shonda and Davis, Mogul Mommy, PR to many. You know, she dropped an event, the whole city coming out. So
Oh my God.
Shonda, baby, I missed you too. How you been? Say hello to the
Really
people.
good. Hey everybody. Hey everybody. I've been really good, Karen. I've been really, really good. Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
We miss
I
you
don't know
too,
if I should look at this camera, if I should look at you, or it's a lot of places to look on here.
sis.
Y'all bear with
I don't know, boo, because you look like you're looking at me every time you turn.
Oh, okay. How you
So
doing?
good. All right, so the topic for today is, you guys see it, coach versus first class.
Mm-hmm.
So, babe, so my first question to you is, hey, Lynn. Okay, I gotta stop saying hey to the people, but I'm gonna show the comments, so you'll see them, Shonda. So if anybody asking any questions, feel free to respond as well. So our topic for today is coach versus first class. So Sean, I'm just gonna roll right into it because we're on timing.
Yeah.
So my very first question for you today is, what was your first thoughts when you saw this title? Like, what did you think?
Well, my first thought was settling versus not settling. Um, Going the extra mile for yourself and giving yourself the life that you deserve. Yeah. Which to a for me it was more than just a surface level of being pretentious. It was more thought provoking than that.
So when Shonda like fashion, this title was like a double entendre, right? Because
Hmm.
you can think about a flight, like, okay, we
Hmm.
either riding coach, we riding first class, but like you said, if we're gonna relate it back to life, it's definitely settling versus not settling.
Right.
Because if I'm settling, that is going to be the coach like lifestyle.
Correct.
If I choose not to settle and live the life that I'm destined to be living, it is
Right.
going to be a first class lifestyle, because we know our Father, Heavenly Father God, He's not going to have us to live a mundane, dry lifestyle. It's going to be a first class lifestyle.
Yes.
So, yes, so definitely. Our next question is, give a situation in your life that started off as coach and then ended as first class.
Um, I'll probably relate it back to, um, I come from, as an entrepreneur, I started in the nightlife industry. That's where my entrepreneurship started. And for a while, I worked in the capacity of strictly being an employee. And then I decided, with the help of mentorship, I went from being um, an employee to being a partner. So, I was willing to take the risk to see the reward on the other side, which for me, it was either settling with being comfortable, in your comfort, in a comfort space that doesn't challenge you, or stepping above that and saying, okay, I'm going to take this risk, and win, lose, or draw, this is the decision that I'm making, not this going to make me or it's going to break me. So that would be my coach versus first class, going from employee to partner, in situations where it was easy for me to remain an employee.
So, and just because you brought it up, I'm definitely going to ask the question, because we know that nightlife is an industry that um, can make you or definitely break you. So, transitioning from that employee to the boss lady that you turned out to be, we definitely have to give you your kudos on that one. How was that transition?
It was seamless for me. One thing I can say is that I've been, really blessed in my career to work with some really great people. And don't get me wrong, because there were situations where I remained, in a client, they were my clients, and um, I managed their brands. But in situations where I was able to become a partner, um, those were very fruitful. And I'm just blessed to have worked with some amazing people, through and through. Even the people that, the situations didn't pan out that good in the end, I look at everything as a lesson, whether it's a blessing or a lesson. So even if it wasn't good, it was still all good, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Definitely makes sense.
Yeah. Did I
All
answer
right.
that?
Huh? No, that's our next question. Wait, you
Did
see
I?
the question?
No,
Yes.
I just wondered if I answered that question.
Yep.
Okay.
I think you did.
Okay.
So our next question, 2020. So you know
Mhm.
a lot of people look at 2020 as it was a negative. Um, for you,
Mhm.
was 2020 a coach or a first class situation?
2020 was both for me. I got out of some pretty ghetto and toxic situations, which to me is coach. Things that no longer served me, I walked away from. Um, so I feel like it was definitely a split. It started off really, really ghetto. Um, Probably midway through was still kind of ghetto and coach. But towards the end, um, that's where that silver lining came, during quarantine and all that stuff, being able to be isolated, be alone with your thoughts without distractions, really transitioned me into a different person. Honestly, the person I was at the beginning of 2020 is not the person I am today. But I'm one of those people anyway. I'm always, I'm really committed to that growth life. So I'm never going to be the person I was, the month before or the year before. I'm always going to be changing and challenging myself and exploring what I can do better and all of that. So 2020 was definitely coach, but it ended first class for sure.
That's dope. That's
Yeah.
dope. Do you have any situations that you want to go a little bit deeper in that were considered coach versus first class?
Walking away from romantic relationships, friendships, um, business ventures, um, uh, Colombia, walking away from a lot of situations that just no longer serve me. Um, though it's so, I mean, you know, when I think about what can be coach in your life, it's so many different, you know, you could be living first class on one side, you know, and coach, you know, coaches hell on the other side. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, there were multiple coach situations in my life that I had to upgrade and take back control in order for them to go into a higher way of living. So yeah, yeah, relationships, friendships, all that.
Gotcha. Definitely let go some baggage. So you touched on it. I wasn't gonna really bring it up, but you touched on it.
Hmm.
So you said Colombia. So you no longer in Colombia?
No, I left Colombia. I left Colombia in January. I was actually supposed to leave Colombia back in before COVID. I was supposed to be leaving Colombia and going to Houston. And when COVID hit, it was just kind of like, okay, you know, God's time and not my time, and let me, you know, chill out, you know, make the move later. And after you know, when I started to see, you know, things get better with COVID, and you know, have my family's blessing, and I felt like the timing was right for my children, and just for my life and my career. I decided to literally. I woke up one day and I left. I left my entire condo, like started completely over. And it's the best decision I could have ever made. You know, and it was just one of those things where it was like now or never, you know. So I had to force myself to do it, but it's the best decision I could have made for my family and for myself and for my career. Yeah, for sure.
So y'all heard it here first. A lot
Yeah.
of people didn't
I
know where
heard
she
it
was at
first.
because she
Yes.
was under the rock hiding. So you
Hmm.
thought, listen, I be seeing the memes, right? And they be saying, whole time they thought you fell off, but I was just loading up. So
That's
you heard it here first.
pretty much what it is. Thank you, Sam. Thank you. Hey, Tina.
So Shonda is no longer with us in Columbia, South Carolina. So Shonda, you know I'm gonna have to
I'm there in the spirit. Yeah. Yeah.
so
But yeah.
wait a minute. No more first class events?
Um, I don't know. I don't know what the future holds. But I what I will say is that my focus is definitely on moving forward. You know, I love, oh my gosh, like I'm not one of those people who bash Columbia. Like I see so much of that. Columbia has been nothing but love for me. The relationships that I built, the opportunities I've had. You know, I love everything that Columbia has afforded me. Um, but you know, this season of my life is about, you know, moving forward. And you know, if God, you know, lays on me to, you know, do stuff in Colombia, then that's what happened. But as of now, my focus is definitely on a new market. Um, and yeah, that's what that's where I'm at with it. Yeah.
You did mention that it was all God's timing. Like it
Hmm.
wasn't all your timing. Like how important is that when you're able to understand that sometimes the things that we have planned for ourselves is really not what needs to be done. Like in God's timing, what we
Hmm.
need to be doing, He's definitely going to shed the light on it. Oh,
Oh, Tina, I love you, Tina. I miss you too. I miss you, Tina. Um, yeah, it's so important. You know, one thing, oh my gosh, like, you know, now that I'm traveling and meeting new people and traveling in different circles, which honestly I've always done that anyway, but you know, just hearing some of the stories that, you know, you know, you talk to people who, you know, they have these huge mansions, driving these amazing cars and all this stuff. And when you have conversations with them, they talk about, I was homeless and I had this and I lost this and I was here. I was like, listen, I can't be if a part of the come up is you got to be homeless. I don't, that's just I don't have that price to pay, But and that's where I feel like it's about God's timing versus your timing. You don't have to. Of course, you're gonna have to face the struggle. Like that's just the reality. I mean, I got stories from even when I was, starting off in nightlife where I'm having to come to work with my kids, and went from having a corporate job to having nothing. But a lot of that stuff was because of the decisions that I made, and not trusting in God and believing in Him, and allowing Him to direct my path. So I don't feel like you have to go through the struggle per se in order to see the sunshine. If you do it, as God would have you to do it, you can live a fruitful life through and through. So that has been my my advice to myself and to others. Trust in His timing. Don't rush it. Trust it. Your time is gonna come, and it's gonna come when He sees fit, not when you see fit. But if you want to go through the being homeless and all that stuff, then yeah, rush it, do it your way. But it's gonna come with a price that you may not have had to pay.
Okay.
So
So our next one, 2021. So we're almost to the end of the first quarter. So we're in the third chapter of this book here called 2021. Um, Coach of First Class so far. What is it for you?
definitely first class. Um, I have had so much more time. I've really been on a spiritual journey. I deactivated my Facebook, cleared my Instagram, hadn't been on there as much. I just kind of started peeking back onto Instagram a little bit, but I've definitely been on the spiritual journey to really just discover who I am in this new phase of my life. Because being so wrapped up in the chapter that I'm leaving, I've really had to take time to come back to realization of who I am, what I want. I've stepped back from representing clients for now, um, because now I'm my client. It's time for me to invest the energy that I put into building other people $1 million empires into building my own. And when I set out to establish my PR company, I was like, I want to be the most popping public relations company, and I want to do this and do that, and I have definitely a lot of the goals that I set to have, representing some of the largest, club owners in the Carolinas, was definitely monumental for me. And it was a goal that I had that I achieved. And now, my goals are different, So I'm in the process of building two multi-million-dollar businesses. One that is family owned and operated, and another that is sole ownership of myself. And working on a major project, launching my entertainment company, Summer Rain, which is going to be totally different from what people are probably expecting, like totally different. So I'm excited about that. So, it's just going to be a totally different Shonda, not the one that, you used to know, or knew of. So it's definitely going to be a reintroduction of who I am and what I'm working towards. Yeah, in 2021 and beyond. Yeah.
Dope. Hey Rico. Rico just spoke.
Hey, Ricardo. Yeah.
All right. So we building, we branding, we in a first class environment.
Hmm.
Um, Shoot, my next question was going to be what can we expect in the new chapter of
Mhm.
So Shonda, because you even bossed up and changed your name on us.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely I'm in the rebranding phase, so you guys will see those things start to unfold as the year progresses, because it's a lot unfolding at one time. So those things you'll see them. You will definitely see them. They are coming. That's for sure. You sometimes you have to take 2 steps back or 10 steps back, in order to take 2 steps forward, however the saying goes. But, I am a student of that. I am one of those people who are aware um, that is necessary. And, my biggest focus in this chapter of my life is living on purpose with purpose. Um, being someone who was in nightlife and entertainment when I first entered the world, because it was completely foreign to me. The first question I had for God was why I'm here. I don't know nothing about none of this, and my goals did not align with it, So, you know, leaving that chapter and understanding why I was there and the purpose behind it. Now it's time for me to, be fruitful in everything else that I'm doing. So I'm definitely being very strategic and very meaningful in anything that I do going forward from this point forward. Yeah.
That's so dope. Shonda, I think I asked you all my questions, girlie.
Yeah, girl. It was a great interview. Thank you so much for having me, KCL. Thank you. Putting
Thank
me under my little rock, for
you.
here, have this conversation. So yeah, as of now, I really can't be found online other than I am on Instagram, I am on Facebook, but I'm not really posting. But you can keep up with me through So Shonda um, as of now on Instagram and Facebook.
Okay, so that's Instagram and Facebook at So Shonda.
Yes, Instagram and Facebook. Tina, I have a new city, new man, all that.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. So,
New career, everything new. So I have to send you my updated number, Tina.
wait a minute. So, and this
So
ain't
we can
messy.
cross that. We're gonna keep moving right on along.
Because you done dropped the whole bomb over here.
Thank you, Tina.
So you just
New,
new
new,
number.
new, through and through. New mindset. Um, same old me, but a lot has changed. In this quest, in this you know, this chapter of growth. Yeah,
So you done took the whole term New Year, New Me to a whole nother level.
that's a fact.
Look at Tina. Talking about, I love it. A new man. All
Mhm.
the news. That's what she points out.
Yeah. I was poster child single out here. Poster. I was pro single pro. But what I will say to the single ladies is, um, when you least expect it. When you least expect it, and the man of your dreams is out there. You just have to be patient, be obedient, um, because good men definitely do exist. That's a fact. So I'm so blessed, so fortunate to be, um, you know, in this place in my life.
I see the glow, so you didn't even have to tell me. Do y'all see the glow? If y'all see the glow, y'all drop some hearts in these comments. If you see the glow, just drop the hearts in the comment.
Yes.
Like Sissy came on with the red for the love. She thought it was still Valentine's Day. She kept the red lips. If y'all see all the love and just throw her some hearts. It looks good on you, boo.
Thank you.
It look real good.
Thank you, Karen.
Look, I'm just trying to figure out.
and
I ain't even gonna do it. I ain't even gonna do it. But
do
I'm gonna be in the wedding, y'all. Like I don't know when it's gonna happen, but she glowing over there.
In time, in due time.
Oh, look,
Yeah.
easy like Sunday morning. That's right, Jamel.
Yes,
Sean, I thank you so much for taking this interview with me.
absolutely. Anytime, anything for you, Karen. You know,
Oh,
you
thank you.
know that.
It's Women's History Month, so I definitely wanted to highlight, of course, the strong females that are in my circle, my court. So thank you so much for
Absolutely,
doing your
absolutely.
interview today, especially coming from out, coming from not being seen. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Mhm. Anytime for you, Karen. Anytime. It's good seeing all of y'all. All of
Look,
y'all.
the girl still ain't on Facebook, y'all. So y'all better love on her while she here because she still ain't back on Facebook
I'm
yet.
definitely not on Facebook right now. Yeah, yeah, definitely not. But I'll be back soon. Soon.
All right. So in the meantime, to keep up with Shonda, drop it again. I gotta scroll at the bottom, but let them know what's your new screen name.
So Shonda, to keep up with me, soshonda.com will be launching soon. All of my business endeavors will be there. All of my projects that I'm working on will be there. To be able to find it, you can look up at Shoshonda on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and you'll see links there. But the website will be rolling out probably within the next 45 days or so. Yeah.
It's real dope. So you can stay connected with the podcast as well at KarenTLewis.com or on Anchor at KTL Lifestyle. If you catch the replay, definitely leave a comment. I'll let her know if she need to answer any questions or get back to anybody. If you don't have her phone number, I ain't got it either. I just need y'all to know that part. Don't call me looking for Shonda, because after this, she might go ahead and turn me back off. Who knows?
No, I ain't doing
But
that.
I want to thank everybody definitely for joining us on today. I see we got one more comment. Oh, Tina, so Sean on Instagram, Twitter, and website coming.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tina.
Thank you, Tina.
So thank you all for joining us on today. And as always, I love you and you can't do nothing about it. Anything you want to close out with, Shonda?
Good health, wealth, and blessings to everybody in 2021. Stay the course. And if the course is no longer serving you, don't feel guilty about walking away from it.
Dope. I just said to somebody today, you might change your team, but you don't have to change your dream. Hello, right? Perfect.
That's a fact.
That rings so many bells. Okay, so y'all done got a whole lot of knowledge on today's show. We will definitely see you next time.
Bye.